For the second night in a row, we're on time. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the TJ Temple Show tonight, whether it be on Spreaker or Ustream. Remember, we're not on Periscope tonight because I am recording little bits of tonight's show to post on my Friday night vlog, which you will see tomorrow. So, I'm taking you a little bit on behind the scenes, okay? So, with that being said, welcome to the show. Happy to have you here tonight. Now, let us begin with our opening monologue, whatever you like to call it. I like to call it an opening monologue, but whatever. Okay, tonight, two debates. One just ended about an hour ago or so, and there's another one coming up at about 8:50. Both will be on Fox News Channel. I just watched the first one a little bit ago. I actually literally just came back. I thought it was a very good debate. I thought the candidate, there were very well made points about that debate, and that was just the first one. It had a bunch of different people on it. It had excuse me, I have an itch. We had Rick Santorum, Bobby Jindal, Rick Perry, of course the governor of Texas, Bobby Jindal, the governor of Louisiana. We had, of course, the former CEO of Hewlett Packard, Carly Fiorina. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Fiorina is her name, I think. So, yeah. First, my buddy John. He's really into politics, and I'm actually going to talk to him about this debate after the show. But here's what he said. Jim Gilmore's confidence in his speech. The rest of them had a steady approach. And I agree with him about Jim Gilmore. He had quite a bit of confidence in him. Yeah. So, and of course, I don't know if you were aware of this, but Hillary Graham taking shots at Hillary. Because I don't even think that she should even be, I don't even think she'll win again, to be honest. If you just want another repeat of Obama, fine, vote for Hillary. I don't really care, but I'm not telling you how to vote. I'm just saying, just throwing that out there. Okay, now that we are done with that, I think let me take a look at my lineup. Yep, that is my lineup. There we go. Okay, moving right along here. Big Brother is in 2 hours. Less than 2 hours now. It's on CBS. We have an eviction tonight. The showmance, Shelley and Clay, often referred to from Jason as Clelly, is going down tonight. It's over. It's over. One of them will be walking out of the Big Brother house. In case you missed last night's episode, let's talk about that for just a couple of moments. Last night, James, of course, there was a bunch of drama because James put up Shelley and Clay. He said he made a deal with Shelley saying, nope, I'm not going to put you up. As simple as that. I'm not putting you up. But he went ahead and did it anyway. So, yeah, he did that. There was a bunch of drama in the house. Maybe a new showmance should Shelley leave. Maybe Clay and Meg. From what it looked like last night, they were getting a little handsy. So, yeah. POV, James won that. He's got all the power in the house this week. He eventually decided not to use the power veto, so either Shelley or Clay will be going home in about 2 hours on CBS. So, that'll be later this evening. Later in the show, I will have my preview, who I think will leave, and who I think may get head of household, because of course anything can happen in the head of household competition. We'll talk about that, and we'll also recap that first Republican presidential candidate debate. We'll recap the first one for you. I already did just a little bit, but I'll go a little bit more in depth towards the end of the show. Okay? So, with that being said, again, welcome to the show. Glad to have you along. This evening. There's really quite a bit on TV this evening. Really, there is. There's a lot on TV tonight. Let's kind of run things down just a tad so I can let's run things down. What's on TV tonight? We've obviously got Big Brother. I just mentioned that. The second Republican presidential candidates debate. It's got the second one has Donald Trump, which he was mentioned a tad in the first one, which I'll get into later in the show. We have Lip Sync Battle, a new episode. I don't know who's on there tonight. I'm not exactly sure. We have Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders making the team. Now, that show, let me tell you something about that show. First of all, it's in its 10th season this season. Second of all, I have watched that show kind of a little bit. I wouldn't say a lot. I didn't watch much of it last season, to be quite honest with you, because I don't know why. I did not watch much last season. I really don't know. But I will try to make it an effort to watch a little bit more this season, which it's on at 11 o'clock. The first time ever that they moved it from Friday nights at like 8 or 9 o'clock to Thursday nights at 11. I mean, is that a dumb move by CMT? I don't know. And also tonight, the final edition of The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. I'll talk about that a little bit later in this broadcast. And we have hit our first break of this show. Coming up, I'm going to touch on Deflategate. A lot of people have a lot of opinions on this. I'm going to touch on this a tad in just a few minutes. Of course, final edition of The Daily Show, Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders making the team, and our eviction night preview of Big Brother tonight. Who will go and who will get head of household in my view. I'll tell you all about that coming up. It's the TG Tupple Show on a Thursday night. Glad you're here with us. We're back in 2 minutes. And we're back on the show this evening. Glad to have you along. Okay. Can we just talk for a few minutes about the Deflategate? It is a story still rocking, first of all, not just the National Football League, but the sports world in general. People have a lot of opinions on this. Some think Brady's innocent. Some think he's not. Some don't really even know what happened. Okay. So if you don't know about this, last season's AFC Championship game, Patriots-Colts, it was a blowout. Patriots won, pretty much destroyed the Colts. And I was actually rooting for the Colts because I hate the Patriots. So, with that being said, do I think Brady is innocent? Not really. No, I don't. And I'll tell you why. Because first of all, if you don't know about this, he supposedly said he destroyed, according to a report, they said he destroyed his cell phone, which was a crucial piece of evidence in the investigation. Brady says he didn't. Now, if your cell phone was destroyed in the midst of an investigation against you, that kind of leads me to believe that you knew, first of all, you knew something. Second of all, you didn't decide to tell anybody about it. Which tells me that you are, you're something's wrong with you or something. I don't know. But the bottom line is, I think he did it. He was lying about it. He's saying he didn't do it. I think that's a bunch of crap. He probably, first of all, knew something about it and didn't tell anybody because he wanted to cover his own ass. Alright, so just want to throw that out there. He's something is obviously, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know. I'm at a loss for words for this, because, by the way, he was suspended 4 games. He appealed the suspension. Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the NFL, upheld the suspension, so he will still be suspended 4 games. And his first game back against the Colts in Indianapolis, I think it's sometime in October. Let me see. I believe it's October, either the 11th or 18th. I think it's October 18th. But their first game is against the Steelers at Heinz Field. It's also sometime in September. I think it's the 10th or the 11th, perhaps. But yeah, that is their first game back. So it will be, or that'll be the first game, the season opener. So they will be Brady-less for the season opener against the Steelers. Now, do I think the Steelers win that game, even with or without Brady? I do think they're going to get demolished. Don't get me wrong, I'm a Steelers fan, but I do think they're going to get demolished. They're going to get destroyed. I'm sorry, but I'm just saying. Okay, so again, do I think Brady's innocent? Absolutely not. If you destroyed your cell phone in the midst of an investigation, then obviously you knew something about it and you didn't even bother telling anybody. So, whatever. Okay, now that we're done with that, by the way, if you have any thoughts, send them my way. Use hashtag the TJT Show on Facebook or Twitter. I'll be able to get your comments on the air. If you have anything to say about this, because personally, I'm telling you, I think he's not innocent. Not even depending on what people think. Who cares? He's innocent. He's not innocent. He is guilty. They caught him, and it's over. Just take the suspension. Don't even bother appealing it again, because it's just going to be upheld. You did it. You were caught red-handed. I'm not saying people who side with Brady are dumb. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he is completely guilty, and the evidence is there. That's all I have to say. Let's move along here. Later this evening, 11 o'clock, here on the East Coast, the final edition of The Daily Show with Jon Stewart will air. I actually have something else to watch at 11 o'clock, but I will be flipping back and forth to watch this show. I didn't watch much of The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. If it was on, I'd tune in on occasion. I wouldn't say that I would watch it all the time, because usually at 11 o'clock or 11:30 I'm watching the news or Sports Center, whatever happens to be on. I usually watch the news. But anyway, he is funny. He will be certainly missed. Of course, his... first of all, we've got some news developing in the Big Brother house right now. The feeds are on fire, according to the website Big Brother Network. Vanessa pushed the limits. James called her bluff. He confronted Clay. The fireworks are going full blast right now. So, a lot going on in that house. You can probably cut the tension with a knife right now. So, I'm going to head over to Twitter and check that out. But again, we'll miss Jon Stewart on The Daily Show. Tonight is his last show, and he'll be missed greatly. So, and at the same time tonight, same time at 11 o'clock, it will be Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders making the team. Season 10. I mentioned on just a little bit ago on here that we will that I've seen the show on occasion in the past couple of seasons. I'm trying to look up what's going on right now. What's going on? So this is 2 hours ago. I'm just not getting this. I don't know why. You're gonna hit me or something, Clay? Don't come at me like that. Clay is getting in James's face. Mind you, like, Clay is maybe 9-10 inches taller. James looks like a midget compared to Clay. Let me tell you this. James's hat is like right up to Clay's nose. Yeah, it's a unique way of putting it, but anyway, one of them, Shelley or Clay, leaving the house tonight at 9 o'clock. Keeping tabs on this situation. I'll keep you posted should anything huge happen. Yes, again, 2 hours till showtime. So it ought to be an interesting show tonight. Yeah. So something's big is going on in there, and I can't wait to kind of hear about what's going on in there tonight on the program. All right. I believe we are getting close to a break. Yes, we are. Speaking of Big Brother, after the break, we're going to preview tonight's eviction. Who will go and who will get head of household, in my view. I'll talk about that. Give you an update on the weather. We'll recap that first Republican presidential debate one more time for those who are just tuning in. So please stay tuned for that. And we'll preview the second debate as well. So stay tuned. We're back on the TG Tubble Show in 2 minutes. Thanks for being on here on a Thursday night. Okay, we're back on the show tonight. Thank you for being with us. Let's talk about Big Brother because we just talked about it before the break. Tensions, you can cut them with a knife. All right, let me give you my prediction tonight. Who do I think will be going home? My personal opinion, I think you have to take out who you think is who you think is either A, floating through this game, or B, the strongest competitor. If you want to take out the floater, take out Clay. If you want to take the strong competitor, take Shelly. She's already won I think three head of households thus far. So who do I think they'll take out? In my opinion, I think they'll take out Clay because Clay is kind of like floating. He hasn't really won any competitions, maybe one. So I think they'll take out Clay. They may keep Shelly. Now, who will get head of household this evening? Ladies and gentlemen, if you listened to last night's broadcast, you know that my cousin Courtney popped into the shot a little bit. Again, if you saw last night's, or if you heard last night's broadcast, you saw or heard me talking about Courtney popping into the shot. And she's watching me on Ustream right now, and she can't keep it together. All right, I'm just sticking with it. I'm gonna. By the way, if you just saw, yeah. Okay, who do I think will get head of household tonight? I'm hoping Shelly does because if she does, her first target's gonna be James. So, with that being said, that's what I think. I hope Shelly gets head of household. I'm really rooting for her, but again, with head of households, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Okay, let's talk about the weather for just a few more minutes. We are it ain't nothing but hound balls. My cousin Courtney, ladies and gentlemen. Luckily, she's leaving tomorrow. She's not going to be here for next week's show, so she won't be here. You won't have to put up with that anymore. Okay, let's talk about the weather. She is sabotaging my show. If you just saw that on Ustream, guys, she just threw a sock at me. She just threw a sock at me. Right in my head. It was like a perfect aim. Alright, I'm getting off subject. Let's talk about the weather. There was quite a bit of rain through the southern part of the area. Washington County was getting hit pretty good today. Next chance for rain looks to be Monday night, and Tuesday. The chances have upped since we last talked to you. So, for everybody area-wide. But we'll stay in the mid-80s through the next couple of days. So there you go. That's your weather update. By the way, if you're watching on Ustream right now, this is the sock she hit me with. A cousin, sometimes she's a pain in my ass. You know that? I didn't do nothing wrong. All right. Let's talk about that first Republican presidential candidate debate. Great points. Great stuff as always. It was great. It was a great debate. Hoping the second one will be as good, if not better. Donald Trump will be in that second debate. He was actually a focal point in the first one as well, as he is leading the polls right now in this debate. So, I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. Do I think he has a shot of winning? Absolutely not. He is more businessman than he is politician. I think that's right. He is more businessman than anything else. I don't think he has a chance of actually winning this. You don't have a chance. I don't think. And people are rooting for him in the polls. So, okay, So that was that, and I think that's all I have left to say. That's it for this edition of the TG Temple Show. Thank you for being with us tonight. Next show, we're back next week with a week of all new shows, Monday through Thursday, 7 o'clock. I have a lot of ground to cover next week, too, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Remember, we don't have a show on Fridays, but you can catch tomorrow's Friday Night Vlog on my YouTube channel. I will be going behind the scenes of the show to kind of show you what I go through to talk to what I go through to get the show on the air and on your mobile device or your computer, your tablet, wherever you're listening to this show. I do thank you for listening or watching if you're listening or watching. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do in tomorrow's vlog. Tomorrow's Friday night vlog. You can catch that. We don't have a show on Friday. So, with that being said, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Go out and enjoy the beautiful weather, whether you're listening to it in the tri-state area or right here in Indy. Go out there and make the best of it. It was actually really nice out here today, and hopefully it will be nicer back in the tri-state area with lower humidity and all that. It's nice summertime weather. So, I want to thank you for tuning in once again. We're back next week. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you right back here, 7 o'clock on Monday night. Take care, everybody. And be sure to watch that debate tonight, and I'll be live during Big Brother. I'll be periscoping during Big Brother tonight at 9 o'clock. So please tune in for that. I'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend, and go out and enjoy the weather. So, see ya, and have a great weekend.